Hey everybody, this is David B69, and you see that I have Zach Wheeler on the hill today. We have 6 games remaining, and I am giving him the opportunity to go for 300 strikeouts. Like I said, um, he's at full health right now, or relatively close to it. So we're going to give him that full opportunity, especially when one of those opportunities is against a really horrible team like the Marlins. And if he has a chance, we're going to let him start the last game of the season,
From
and
the
we'll
city
see
of
how it
brotherly
works. So
love
let's
at
go.
Citizens Bank Park, the show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll, and on the hill, Zach Wheeler. He's been a real force on the mound so far this year.
Leading off for
A
the
Cy Young
Marlins,
candidate in the National League. He's having a great season so far. In fact, I've been hearing his name mentioned among some of the leaders, guys that have been around this league for a while. He's definitely in the conversation, and I think he's got a real shot at winning it.
And that is out of play. And the 0-2. Ball one there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Stott over to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. 1 point of concern hitting in that 2-hole, Jacob Marcy.
Yeah, and for some reason, he's really struggled this year with runners in scoring position, Boog. I mean, he's hitting under 200 in those at-bats, and your team needs you to come through if they're going to be able to raise that average in terms of runs per game. And when that's the case, it really gets in your head a little bit, and you start wanting to avoid pressure situations. If you're doing that, your career is going to go downhill. He's got to find a way to treat it like any other at-bat, but that's obviously easier said than done.
1 gone, runner at first. And now Xavier Edwards, runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Throws to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Austin Wells, the next up for the Marlins. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
2-0.
That clips the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Smoked on the ground a second. Stott over to first in time. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for Miami. And now it's the Phillies' turn. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And getting to start, Braxton Garrett. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Bryce Harper stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Runner at first with no outs here. And a breaking ball misses outside. Got him swinging.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Alec Bohm in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
Nope.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give.
Runner takes off. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Cut on and lifted in the air. Marcy under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth.
Timeout for the Phillies lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Bryson Stott.
Yeah, he just hasn't been much of a threat this year, hitting in the low 200s right now. And when you're going through this lineup, his struggles really seem to stand out. I know he's doing whatever he can to get back on track, and so we'll see if he can find his way in this one. Maybe show some good signs to us, get it going some way, somehow.
Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw to second, he's safe. And that makes it 30 stolen bases for him this season. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
In the air, left field, Myers. And that'll do it. Strand 1, scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. Here's the third baseman, Eric Wagaman. And that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Harper makes the grab, 1 down. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog, and I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way, so people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Castellanos snags it for the second out. And next is the designated hitter, Nick Fortes. Just missed. Fortes went deep in his most recent game. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton moves under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the veteran outfielder, Nick Castellanos. Garrett back to work. And a foul ball. And there's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And a foul ball. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
No
That
ball,
pitch
2
started
strikes.
in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult,
Ball, that's
especially
off the
for a
plate.
left-handed hitter to track.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't
Batting
think
seventh.
that's a strike
Center
if he takes it.
fielder,
Pretty
Byron
textbook pitching.
Buxton.
Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And it finds its way through for a hit. The throw to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
This is Bryson's stop. That's in there. 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-2
Big
the
pitch right
count.
here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Way to lay off that
1
pitch
ball,
down.
2 strikes the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball to the right side. Into the outfield. Base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. And just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home
Oh,
runs
that's
over the
out.
last 5 games.
The 1-0. And there's the
That's
ball.
ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one's in there. And it's 2-1.
No, that's
Just
ball.
missed. Buxton over at second. Stop at first. 1 gone. And that'll load the
ball 4.
bases.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there.
Now
Pretty much
batting,
gifted in first base with a quick
Trey
free pass.
Turner.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Trey Turner. Golden opportunity right here. That misses. 1-0.
Ball 1, no
Bases
strikes.
loaded, 1 away. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. In there. And so now 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Ball 1 to
1-0.
Bryce. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Towards first. De Los Santos steps on the bag. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Welcome back. Last
Leading
series,
off
the
for the
pitching
Marlins,
was
center
not
fielder
good as we
Garrett
take a
Hill.
check of the numbers. And that misses. Ball one. Hill goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. On the ground, right side, Harper takes it himself. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. So the batting order turns over. Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Kepler pulls it down, and there's two gone. So digging in, Jacob Marcy. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike two.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Right through there, got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. And it remains 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Designated hitter, Alec Bohm.
In the air, right side, Marcy. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here's Nolan Arenado. Fly to left his first time. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. He was late there, strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball. One down, base is empty. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. On the ground to third. Jumps, throws. Nicely done for the out. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Lifted in the air, right center field. Hill settles under it. And that's the third out. As we go to the top of the fourth, stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. No play, that's an infield single.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Check swing, and he held up.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
That's a ball.
A little bit low. Ball two. Grounded to third, could be two. Over to stop for one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So up next, Eric Wagaman. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first, digging for two. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Buxton makes the catch, and that'll do it. No runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And midway in the fourth. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chabi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Max Kepler. Clips the outside corner. Strike one.
You know, these Phils showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That's outside. And that is ball one.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now batting, the
Here's
center
Byron
fielder,
Buxton.
Byron
1 for 1 with a
Buxton.
single so far. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
On the ground to third. Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Stop in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Outside low, and that's ball 1. And that's in for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We played 4. It's the Phillies 1 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's duel
Marlins,
so far.
first
Here's how the
baseman,
starters have
Davidson
performed up to this
Santos.
point. Wheeler back to work. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Marlins looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Stott over to first in time. 1 away here in the 5th. Now the batter now, Nick Fortes. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he held back according to Rusty Valentine. 1 out, bases empty. Popped up. Stop. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Hill in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Stop makes the catch, and that'll do it. And the Marlins down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he's into second with nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Here's Turner now, 1 for 2. That's a laser base hit. The throw in. The tag, and they cut him down going for 2. But they do get a run. And now here is Harper. Yeah, that's fouled off. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Bohm at the plate and takes high there. Swing and a drive, deep right field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Braxton Garrett departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Pitching for
New arm
Miami.
out of the bullpen, George
Number
Soriano.
62.
And as relievers
George
go, he's
Soriano.
not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Here's Nolan Arenado. There's a swing and a drive. Gone! Home run number 20 on the year, and they add a pair. It's 5-zip. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Fought off foul. 4 runs already in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he won a round. 2 outs, base is empty. Max Kepler at the plate. That one
1-0.
not close, and it's 1-0. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Misses
back
outside, and a count 2-1. Tap foul at the plate. And it remains 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty. No, with the shift on, hits right into it. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 4 runs in the inning, 5 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We're through 5. It's the Phillies 5 and the Marlins nothing. Let's check out some notable
Leading off
Cy Young
for the
candidates
Marlins,
so far
left
this year.
fielder Dane Myers.
Just missed. Myers
Counts
in his
1-0.
3rd season, 29 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Wheeler winds and deals. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Marcy, the batter now, as he swings and misses for
0-1
strike
for
1.
count. That's a ball.
Marcy with some struggles
ball,
at the
1
plate
strike.
recently, not uncommon for rookies. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Buxton pulls it down. That's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Now here is Xavier Edwards. Fastball for a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Up the middle, and he'll be safe at first. And at first,
Now batting,
now it's going to be
catcher,
Austin Wells. And that's in for a strike. Edwards, the runner at first with 2 gone. Way out front for strike 2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Outside low. Now 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That's outside.
The Phillies leading by 5, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Phillies 5 and the Marlins nothing. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the 6th. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Byron Buxton. Fastball is outside. Miami's bullpen with some action. Jesus Tinoco up and throwing. Cronin getting loose as well. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1-1.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. A massive home run. Home run number 35 on the year. And they add a run. It's 6-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
So digging in, Bryson Stott. Not
1-0.
close with that one. 1-0.
That's out.
Next offering is fouled back. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off left side. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That's ripped. Base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
JT Realmuto steps in, having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And there's a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Way
1 ball,
outside.
2
Now
strikes.
1-2. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Trey Turner with a chance now. Swing and a foul out of play. No outs. Runners at first and second. And that is out of play.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And that one gets past the catcher. And the runners will move up.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Play at the plate.
Right there on the tag. Out.
Now batting, first baseman.
Bryce Harper to the plate.
Harper.
1 for 3. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Oh, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Real Muto on third. Turner at first. 2 out of the inning. That's a base hit. Run scores. Throw into third. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Picks himself up an RBI. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there.
On the mound now, Max Meyer.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Arenado at the plate now as he chases after that one. And it's fouled away. Two on, 2 outs.
1 ball.
Little
2
trouble
strikes.
with this one behind the plate, but no advance from the runners. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two outs. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. De Los Santos racing over to make the catch. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. Next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
He
in the
lived
Hall
in your
of
neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
That misses, and 1-1. That one ripped. That's back. It has the distance gone. He flexes his power with that swing. His 17th of the year, and they're on the board. It's 7-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. 2 outs, bases empty. Now at the plate, Nick Fortes. First pitch just misses.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
That one pushed foul. Ball to strike. The pitch. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. And that one popped in the air, left field. Buxton moves under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
On the ground to the left. And Castellanos is out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
That's out to center field. Hill under it. Drops into the glove. 2 away. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. He's already homered in this game. That one at 95 missed up top, and that's ball 1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. That one misses. Ball 1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. And the count is even, 2-2.
2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here comes Real Muto. Out towards right center field. Hill sizes this one up. He makes the grab, and that is that. Phillies. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Derek Hill. Wheeler back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Wheeler still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point he wants to finish what he started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
And he takes it himself for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. There's a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Fly ball, center field. Squeezes it, and that'll do it. Back here in Philadelphia, Trey Turner at the plate.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
Here's a rocket out to left. Myers makes the catch. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting.
Here's
the
Bryce
first
Harper.
baseman,
So here's the guy that is,
Harper.
I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. His 69th homer of the year. It's 8-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Base is empty, one away. Alec Bohm, the next to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Center field, Edwards sizing this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's two down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Well struck, right field, going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins. Back here, Citizens
Leading
Bank
off
Park.
for Miami,
New inning getting
shortstop,
started. And now, Xavier
Edwards.
Edwards. That one
Outside, that's
misses,
ball.
and that's ball one.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close.
He won't get there. That should be extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Now around third, waving him home. Save. He comes all the way around for an inside the park home run.
Well, they call it one of the most exciting plays in baseball for a reason, Boog. Always fun to see an inside the parker. And, man, he was flying out of the box. And I think that by the time he was getting to second, he had it in his mind to go all the way. That's just great hustle from start to finish.
And there's one down. Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins. That to right. Castellanos moves on it. And it's caught for the out. Marlins down to their final out. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
That one fouled off. One strike away. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a ball popped up. Stop. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take the series opener here at home.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
8-2 the final here for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi.
And Yeah, as projected, I mean, we just dominated Miami. Only able to get 4 strikeouts, and since we're only able to get 4 strikeouts, this basically they made my decision for me, and I do not have to play Wheeler over the rest of the season. Wheeler's season is now over. That was his last start. Um, yeah, there's no way I'm going to start him and risk a possible injury throwing him out there for another game. There's just no point. The season is over. Um, yeah, I'm very happy. Let's see here. And we have now clinched the best record in the National League. Um, yeah, that's the one thing I was checking for is did we clinch? And with the Dodgers losing today, then we've automatically clinched. So we will be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. And the Dodgers will be number 2. So we will both have buys. So that's just interesting. Braves are going to be the number 4 seed. Looks like Giants will wind up getting lucky, and the Diamondbacks will have to play the Braves. That's going to be a rough one. And the Cubs have won the National League Central. So the only 2 spots left are those 2 wild cards. So that's just kind of interesting. The Diamondbacks and Giants and stuff will have it. It's just where are they going to be? Who's going to be 5? Who's going to be 6? That's still up for grabs. The Red Sox have clinched a playoff spot. The Guardians have clinched their division. And the Rangers and Mariners have both also clinched a playoff spot. And it's just a matter of, it looks like the Yankees and the Orioles are going to be the 2 teams that are in. But there was an outside chance that the Tigers or Twins could do it. But we shall see. Like I said, it just makes sense that we're going to take Wheeler out of the rotation now. This is just a temporary thing, just so when we get to the last game of the year, it's just he's not going to be the one pitching. We're going to make sure Painter is in there because there's no sense in pitching Wheeler after today's performance. He's going to finish the year with a 2.47 ERA with 282 strikeouts. That's a great year. It honestly is. So, good job, Wheeler. I'm glad you had a good season. So, the next game we're going to have Cabrera going against Ranger Suarez. So, until then, this is Davey B69. I'm out. Peace.